The British royal family has always been a source of fascination, intrigue, and occasionally shocking revelations that leave the public utterly captivated, and what we're about to reveal today involves one of the most colorful personalities in the modern monarchy, Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, and how her recent decisions have created an unexpected financial storm that has directly impacted her two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, in ways that nobody could have predicted just months ago. This isn't just another royal gossip story but a genuine examination of how family decisions, public perception, and financial management intersect in the complicated world of British royalty, where every choice carries consequences that ripple through generations and affect not just reputations but substantial amounts of money that could have secured the futures of two princesses who have worked hard to build their own identities outside the traditional royal framework. Sarah Ferguson has never been one to shy away from controversy, and throughout her decades in the public eye since marrying Prince Andrew in 1986, she has consistently made headlines for reasons both positive and negative, from her infectious personality and charitable work to various scandals that have periodically rocked the monarchy and caused significant embarrassment to the royal family. Despite her divorce from Prince Andrew in 1996, Fergie has maintained a unique position within the royal sphere, continuing to live at Royal Lodge with her ex-husband and maintaining close relationships with her daughters, who have always publicly supported their mother through thick and thin, demonstrating a family loyalty that has been both admirable and, in some cases, potentially costly to their own interests and financial security. The financial blow that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are now facing stems from a series of interconnected decisions made by their mother that have effectively closed doors that were once open to them, particularly in the realm of commercial opportunities, brand partnerships, and potential income streams that other members of the extended royal family have successfully leveraged while maintaining their dignity and connection to the monarchy. Sarah Ferguson has been actively pursuing various business ventures, media appearances, and commercial deals that have ranged from writing romantic novels to promoting wellness products, from appearing on reality television to engaging in podcast interviews where she discusses her life, her struggles, and her opinions on everything from mental health to family dynamics within the royal household. While these ventures have certainly kept Sarah Ferguson in the public eye and generated income for herself, they have simultaneously created complications for Beatrice and Eugenie, who have been carefully navigating their own paths as working royals who also maintain private sector careers, with Beatrice working in technology and Eugenie involved in the art world, both attempting to balance their royal heritage with professional credibility in fields that demand respect and seriousness rather than tabloid attention. The problem lies in the fact that Sarah Ferguson's increasingly commercial approach to her public profile has created an association that makes it more difficult for her daughters to be taken seriously in their own right, as potential partners and employers become wary of the publicity circus that seems to follow the Duchess of York wherever she goes. Furthermore, there have been specific financial opportunities that were reportedly on the table for Beatrice and Eugenie, including lucrative brand ambassadorships, speaking engagements, and potential book deals that would have allowed them to capitalize on their unique positions as modern working princesses who understand both the royal world and the challenges faced by their generation in the workplace. These opportunities, which could have been worth millions of pounds over the coming years, have allegedly been withdrawn or significantly reduced in scope because brands and organizations have become concerned about the unpredictability factor that comes with the York family brand, largely due to Sarah Ferguson's penchant for making unexpected public statements, engaging in controversial partnerships, or finding herself at the center of media storms that generate the wrong kind of attention. Industry insiders suggest that several major international brands were in advanced negotiations with representatives for Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie to become faces of campaigns focused on everything from sustainable fashion to mental health advocacy, areas where both princesses have genuine credibility and personal investment, but these deals reportedly fell through when the companies conducted deeper research into the family dynamics and realized that any association with the York princesses would inevitably bring their mother into the conversation, complete with all the baggage, controversy, and unpredictability that Sarah Ferguson represents in the minds of corporate risk management teams who are increasingly cautious about celebrity partnerships in an era of social media scrutiny and cancel culture. The situation has been exacerbated by Sarah Ferguson's own financial history, which includes a well-documented past involving significant debt, questionable business associations, and at least one major scandal involving accusations of attempting to sell access to her ex-husband for money, an incident that occurred in 2010 when she was caught in an undercover sting operation that made headlines around the world and caused enormous embarrassment to the royal family. While Sarah has worked to rebuild her reputation since then and has spoken openly about her struggles with money management and the pressures of maintaining a royal lifestyle without the financial support that comes with being a working member of the core royal family, the shadow of these past indiscretions continues to hang over the York family brand and makes it difficult for Beatrice and Eugenie to fully escape the association. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have both married well, with Beatrice wed to property developer Edoardo Mapoli-Mazzi and Eugenie married to Jack Brooksbank, who works in the hospitality and spirits industry, and both couples have been working to establish their own financial independence and build wealth separate from the royal purse, which makes the loss of these potential income streams particularly frustrating and impactful. The princesses have reportedly expressed their concerns to their mother about how her public activities are affecting their own opportunities, but Sarah Ferguson appears committed to her current path, believing that she has every right to pursue her own career and make her own money in whatever way she sees fit, a perspective that is entirely understandable from her point of view but one that comes with collateral damage for her daughters. What makes this situation particularly complex is that Sarah Ferguson's intentions appear to be genuine and well-meaning, as she has often spoken about wanting to support her daughters and ensure they have the best possible lives, and she has been a devoted mother who has always been physically and emotionally present for Beatrice and Eugenie in ways that have been publicly acknowledged and appreciated. However, the gap between intention and impact has rarely been so clearly illustrated, as the very actions Sarah takes in pursuit of her own financial security and public rehabilitation are simultaneously undermining the financial prospects of the two people she loves most in the world, creating a tragic irony that speaks to the complicated nature of family dynamics, public life, and the long-term consequences of short-term decisions. The British media has been following this story with particular interest because it represents a microcosm of larger questions about the modern monarchy, the role of extended royal family members, and how the next generation of royals will navigate the increasingly blurred lines between public service, private life, and commercial activity in an age where traditional sources of royal funding are under scrutiny and public opinion about royal finances is more critical than ever before. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie represent a new model of royalty, where individuals maintain their titles and participate in certain royal functions while also working regular jobs and supporting themselves financially, but this model only works if they can successfully manage their public images and maintain the respect and credibility necessary to command the opportunities and compensation that their education, experience, and unique perspectives should afford them. The financial impact on Beatrice and Eugenie is estimated to be substantial, with some royal commentators suggesting that the lost opportunities could have been worth anywhere from £5 to £10 million over the next 5 to 10 years. Money that would have provided significant security for their growing families and allowed them to make philanthropic contributions on a scale that would have enhanced their public profiles and created positive legacies of their own. Instead, they find themselves in the position of watching potential deals evaporate because of concerns about guilt by association, a frustrating situation for any adult child but particularly painful when you've worked hard to establish your own identity and professional credibility separate from your parents' controversies and complications. The question now becomes whether this situation can be remedied or whether the damage is already done, and whether Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie will be able to rebuild the commercial trust that has been eroded by their mother's actions, or whether they will need to completely rebrand themselves and distance themselves more publicly from Sarah Ferguson in order to salvage their own financial futures. It's a delicate balance because both princesses have always been loyal to their mother and have defended her publicly, and any move to create distance would likely be interpreted by the media as a family rift, generating exactly the kind of negative publicity they're trying to avoid. Yet continuing the current arrangement may mean accepting that certain lucrative opportunities will simply never be available to them as long as they remain closely associated with the Duchess of York and her unpredictable approach to public life and commercial ventures. As we watch this situation continue to develop, it serves as a reminder that in the world of modern royalty, every action has consequences, every relationship affects opportunity, and the choices made by one generation can have profound impacts on the prospects of the next, regardless of how loving the intentions or how complicated the family dynamics that drive those decisions. If you found this deep dive into the financial complications facing Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie fascinating, please hit that subscribe button, share this video with anyone interested in the royal family, and leave a comment below telling us what you think about this situation, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our exclusive royal content and breaking news about the British monarchy. So here's the question that will determine the future of the York family. Will Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie eventually have to choose between family loyalty and financial security, or can they find a way to have both?